Imagine that the woman you like has been acting in a way you just can't understand for several weeks. One day she answers you with a smile. The next, she barely gives you brief replies. Sometimes it seems like she's about to confess something important, and then at the very last second she shuts down, changes the subject, and acts like nothing happened. And there you are, man, with the same question swirling in your head. Does she like me or not? Is she really ignoring me, or is there something more behind all this? That's precisely the moment, that very specific kind of confusion that we're going to talk about today. Because there's something women do that most men don't know how to interpret correctly. It's this. When someone matters more to us than we'd like to admit, our fear of showing it also increases. Not because we're complicated or playing games with you, but because when the attraction is genuine, the fear of rejection activates an automatic protection system that makes us act cold on the outside, while inside we're completely turned upside down. A woman who is truly indifferent doesn't make any effort to appear indifferent. She simply is. And let me tell you something. The third thing in this video is what confuses men the most. It's the sign most often interpreted as rejection, when in reality, it usually means the exact opposite. Stay until the end because that part might completely change everything you thought you understood about this topic. Hi, I'm Valentina. I've spent years studying the psychology of female behavior. What you're about to hear are the things women do when someone matters so much to us that we're afraid to admit it. If you want to keep receiving content like this every week, subscribe right now. It's just one click, and it's totally worth it. Let's get started. Before we get into the 3 specific signs, I need you to understand something fundamental, something very few men know, and it changes the whole perspective. Women don't express the fear of rejection in the same way men do. When a man fears rejection, he typically distances himself, avoids close contact, or simply sidesteps the topic. When a woman feels that same fear, she often does something that seems contradictory. She becomes cold, difficult to interpret, and creates a distance that appears to be disinterest, though it actually functions as a protective barrier. Psychologists call this the risk regulation model, developed by Sandra Murray and John Holmes at the University of Buffalo. The idea is simple, yet very powerful. When someone truly matters to us, the possibility of rejection carries a huge emotional cost. The protective system then activates automatically. It's not a conscious decision. It's a mechanism the brain puts into action to reduce the risk of emotional vulnerability. The stronger the attraction, the greater the perceived risk, and the more intense the protection we activate. In other words, defensive coldness tends to increase in proportion to genuine interest. Now, I'm not saying that every cold woman is in love with you. That would be absurd. What I am saying is that there's a very specific kind of coldness with concrete characteristics that functions like a mask, and there are 3 things that mask can't hide. 3 behaviors that a woman's mind and body involuntarily exhibit when the attraction is genuine, even when she's doing everything she can to pretend she doesn't care about you. And those 3 things are exactly what I'm about to reveal to you today.